Oh, you're back. Well, in the previous lesson, we went over how to create this map with a gradient ocean effect that has a vignette, nice watery, ripply edge, and some paper texture. Now, we need to provide some context. I'll start with the data, of course. Here I am back at Natural Earth. And this time I'm going to choose the medium scale data because I don't need all of this precision. Physical, and I'll download this land polygon. I'll open it up, drop it into my project data. And here we are in our map project. I'm going to insert a new map and we'll drop our data into it. Glorious. Now, I would punch the Great Lakes into this, but it won't be visible in our map, so I don't have to do that. Let's give this the exact same projection that we've given our other map, World from Space, modified so that its center is 118 and south 3 degrees. And we'll add it to our layout. I'll drop it right here in this kind of empty-ish corner. And I'll zoom in on it. Now there are actually a lot of different islands in this land layer, so check this out. Open the attribute table. Definitely more than one polygon. So we're going to need to dissolve all of those into a single multi-part polygon. I'll open the analysis toolbox and I'll choose dissolve. There's a new dissolve called pairwise dissolve. This is part of the analysis toolset, but the regular dissolve works just as well. I'll input my land polygon, I'll give it a destination, I'll name it. And here's the trick. You can use an attribute to dissolve things. Like if you had a layer of world states, you could dissolve by the country name and then create a map of world countries. But if you define nothing, it just dissolves everything into one shape. And with this checked, we ensure that it's a multi-part feature instead of all these islands being independent features. There we go. We can get rid of our old one. Now the reason we did that is because I need this all to be one layer so I can apply a single radial gradient to it. If I didn't dissolve them into one shape, each individual polygon would have its own radial gradient and it would look like a Flash map from 2004. I loved making maps in Flash though. All right, let's take a look at this symbology. I do not need an outline around these things. And instead of a solid fill, I'll give it a gradient fill. In the pattern, I'll choose circular, continuous. Let's see what we get. Cotton candy world. Okay, and you can see we have white in the center and then it transitions to that default pink color at the edge. I'll give it a white color at the edge and I'll set its transparency to be 100%. So it fades out into nothing and the effect is a sort of glassy looking world. Now it goes all the way to the edge, but we can tweak that with this size parameter. I like it. You can see a little bit of the coast of Africa here, and that's important. For context, I think, it's a little bit of Antarctica. This is what we do. We tweak things until we go overboard, and then we dial it back a little bit. Because you don't know where the edge is until you've gone over it. So we have a translucent overview globe, glassy looking. Let's add an extent indicator. I'm going to insert an extent indicator, which is, frankly, very cool. Here's a little 1 pixel black box. And we can tweak how this looks. I'm going to right click this and open the properties and dig into the symbol. And as far as Pro is concerned, it's just another polygon. I'll make this a really subtle drop shadow kind of thing. So I'll give this a gradient stroke of 4. Let's see how 4 looks. Okay. And then instead of white to black, I'll go black to black. And the end black will be 100% transparent. So we have something like this. And for our fill, let's give this a gradient. This time, instead of circular, I'm going to do linear, always continuous. And instead of fully transparent black to white, which gives us these weird gray intermediate tones, I'm going to do white to white. And this one will be, let's say, 70% transparent, and the end will be 100% transparent. Fully transparent. And just to give it a little bit of glassy depth. I like that. Now if you look closely, there's something weird going on. This gradient is overlapping half of its thickness with the fill. That's because I have a relatively thick gradient stroke here. I need to offset it by half of its thickness. So it only renders on the outside. There, we've done it. Now let's close this and back out and see what we've got. What we've got is an overview globe with a big black border around it. Let's get rid of this overview map frame, go into the properties, choose the display options, and crush this symbol into a singularity, obliterating it. Now we have an overview globe that, because it's fully transparent in its background and at its edges, we could actually move all over the place and it's not going to cause problems with the things that are sitting underneath it. And of course you could resize it. And of course we can be good citizens and add in the service credits, including our name. Remember, if you made it, sign it. Put your name on there. I definitely hope you give this a try for your own area of interest. And there's probably all kinds of little tips and tricks in here that you can apply to maps of all sorts. Maps that don't look like this. Most importantly, try new things, have fun, see how far you can go, and definitely share the results with me. I'd love to see them. Have a great day. Thanks. By the way, here are some images I found of Indonesia on unsplash.com. Beautiful!